Hi everyone, it's Jennifer, welcoming you to another episode of Jennifer's Tale, My Life as a Crossdresser. For those of you who are watching me on YouTube, thank you for watching this latest episode. And for those of you who listen via iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts, thank you for listening to this new episode. This episode is thanks to a good friend of mine on Facebook, Lisa Love. I reached out to her and said I wanted to do some podcast episodes and I couldn't really think of any topics. So I asked her to help me kind of brainstorm some topics. And one of the things she said was, you haven't done a podcast yet about your voice. How do you do a feminine voice? So that's what this episode is going to be about. Now, as far as my feminine voice goes, this is pretty much how I talk anytime I'm out as Jennifer. This is the voice most people hear or expect to hear. It's not really a super high, really feminine voice, but I think for my look and for who I am, it fits. And I've done a lot of practicing and work on this voice. And basically, I want to kind of give you some tips and ideas of how I came up with this voice. Now, normally, my voice is quite a bit lower than this, and I'm going to give you an example here of how I normally sound. Now, when I'm my male self, I normally talk more like this. It is very much kind of an octave lower. It is more straightforward. It is louder. It's more pronounced. And it's definitely more of a male voice. And even my male voice sometimes raises up when I'm talking, or sometimes it goes down low. It varies totally across the board. So this is an example of how my male voice is. Now, for my feminine voice, basically all I do is to get it to work for me, I tend to talk quieter, and I tense up my vocal cords to try to create that higher pitch sound. So when I do that, you notice that my voice is a lot quieter, a lot softer, and my pitch has gone up quite a bit. It's gone up an octave. Now, some girls will raise it quite a bit, and I think they almost have to work at it and kind of strain at it to sound that way. For me, however, the sound that I have with my voice right now, I don't really have to work at. I can feel my throat or my vocal cords tense up a little bit to get that higher pitch, but as I'm talking quieter, it's just as easy to do. If I try to do this with the same resonance and sound as my male voice, talking in this voice, it would probably hurt my vocal cords. And after a day of talking like this, being really loud, my throat would probably hurt quite a bit. However, by talking quieter and holding it down, to me, it sounds more feminine. Most women don't really talk really loud and boisterous. That's more of a guy thing. So talking in this more feminine, quiet range seems to fit more for a woman's persona. And having just a higher pitch compared to my male voice, it's just as easy as tightening up your vocal cords a little bit when you talk. You can kind of just practice, a lot of practice. That is one thing. Once I started going out and actually kind of interacting with people, I was very scared to interact with people, first of all, because I wasn't sure how people would take my look and how they would interact with somebody, if they read me or not. But once I started interacting more with people, even as far as saying hi, I probably spent numerous hours just practicing saying, "Hi, how are you today?" Or, "Hi, my name is Jennifer." Or, "Hello," or, "No, thank you." Kind of think of some of the phrases that you normally would say when you're out in public. If you go to the local Walmart and there's a door greeter there who says, "Hi, how are you today?" Practice saying, "I'm fine, how are you?" Or, "Hello," or, some sort of just something simple, and get that in your mindset so you know how you sound or how you want to sound when you talk as a woman. That's all there is to it. Lots and lots of practice. I guess that's pretty much all I have to say. It's the easiest way to do a feminine voice is just tense up your vocal cords a little bit, at least as far as what I've experienced. Tense up your vocal cords a little bit, talk a little bit quieter than your normal male self, lots of practice, and you'll be able to get some sort of a feminine voice. And granted, I know this voice isn't really feminine sounding, or, really, I don't really sound like a woman compared to other female genetic real women that I've heard. But it fits my persona, it fits who I am, and you can do the same thing. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you have any tips of your own to offer me or to offer other people who follow this podcast, feel free to let me know and I will pass them along. So, until next time, this is Jennifer saying thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Until next time, bye-bye.